Hey, today I'm very anime. You don't even need to see one of my eyes. Look at that. This is the good thing about when I let my hair grow long. I can do stuff like this, and it's great. Like, it looks completely covered pretty much, but I can still see through it fine because as you can see, like a little slit through there. Yeah, anyway, welcome to One Piece. We're doing episodes 367, 368, and 369 today. I have been really enjoying these episodes. I've been having a great time with them. And I can't wait to jump into these. I wonder how much, I wonder if they're gonna bring back Absalom again and have us go through more Absalom stuff. Like, look, he's not the worst part of the show ever, but I still don't like him, and I would like if we moved on from him. So hopefully he doesn't come back up after Nami knocked him out, but maybe it will happen. Who knows? But otherwise, I'm really enjoying this this arc. It has been a lot of fun, and I'm actually looking at some the comments of the people who are commenting on the videos I'm posting right now on YouTube are of sort of earlier Thriller Bark, pretty early Thriller Bark, and people were telling me yeah, this arc, I enjoy it. A lot of people have the same opinion in my comments, which is I enjoyed it, but a lot of people say it's you know, a down note. It's a little bit of a dip before we get to some really good stuff. And for me, I'm if this is a dip, this is a great dip. I would understand how it would be a dip if you know, the next sagas are incredible, then I would probably look back in Thriller Bark and go, yeah, that was probably a dip. But I'm really enjoying it in the moment right now, and the further we get into it, the more I'm excited to see how this concludes. So yeah, maybe it's a dip, but I feel pretty good about this dip. And I mean, we only have a few more weeks of this saga, right? If we're doing this today, I think we just have 2 weeks left until a little under 2 weeks until we're done this arc. Which is crazy to me, absolutely crazy, because I don't know, it just feels like we haven't been doing it for that long. It's a pretty short arc overall, or maybe it's a long arc but a short saga. I'm used to sagas and this is an arc, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, looking forward to getting into it. So without too much further ado, let's jump into this episode. This is episode 367. If you like these videos, make sure to continue to support me. Liking the video helps me out, but commenting, those help me out a lot, not just because it helps with the algorithm. I don't know if it does, I assume it does. But also because it lets me know what you like about the video. It lets other people know, you know, there's some conversations that happen when you comment, so make sure to comment down below in this video at some point, whether it be about the episodes, about One Piece in general, about my reaction to it, stuff like that. It all helps me out a lot, or even your favorite moments of my reactions. I love when people comment about those, because it makes me feel good. So yeah, anyway, and if you want to go to my Patreon account, you will get the full-length versions of the reactions. You just sync it up with your own footage. You can watch the entire episode with me, as well as early access. You can get the next at least 16 episodes or so on there right now, which means if you want to move on to the next arc, saga, whatever it is, right now, we should be getting it started on my Patreon account right now, so go check that out. Alright, let's jump into episode 367 of One Piece. One Piece, woo!
Life is adventurous, be aware it's dangerous. Who's gonna be one of us? To the west, to the east, gonna find my way and sail away all the way to One Piece.
Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to the channel, this is a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and I try to beat the recap. Solve the cube before the recap is done. Okay, that's cube 1 done. Cube number 2. Okay, I only got one side on the second cube, really. Nothing special. Wasn't a 2 cube cap. I don't like this. Even if I think Lola's a little better than Absalom, I don't think you should be kissing an unconscious man, even if he is a horrible man. I mean, I wouldn't. Oh, that's uncomfortable. Aww. Is it because Perona's crew all grabbed it? She's gonna interrogate you guys pretty heavily. That's kind of scary. He reminds me a lot of Gigantomachia from My Hero. I wonder if Horikoshi was at all inspired by him, because we know Horikoshi watched One Piece. He's scary except for his voice. Oh shit! Butt drop? I don't think Luffy's used that before. Look out, Franky! Tactics 15? Okay. Just do it. Trust him. Yeah, baby! Magical girl transformation. I love Franky's music. Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. No fucking way. What the fuck is going on? They're turning into a mech! Giant robot warrior! Oh my god. How is that useful? How is that better than you guys all being separate and nothing's on his arm? Nico Robin? Is she supposed to be the arm? Because it's dumb, or? Yes, because it's dumb. I agree with her. Oars was excited to see it. Oh my god. Well, I mean, yeah, he probably would have, but what's the point of it? Ooh. Ooh, nice. Kicking a rock in the air like it's a soccer ball. Woo. This is crazy. All right. Woo! Oh, I wanted to see that. Ah, Brook. Forgot about you. What's the, I can't remember if I know what he's doing or not. Milk? Okay. Oh, because you're a skeleton and milk has calcium? Is that why? Do you heal with milk? Franky with cola? That's actually insane because milk and Coke are the two things that I drink obsessively. And they're the two sources of fuel for these straw hats. Oh my god. Not that you have any eyes. Yep. I'm being able to predict his lines beforehand now. Wow, he's tall. Look at that. Has to crouch through the doorway. Is that salt? I was about to say, how are you gonna taste it? Wow, showing off Zoro's tongue right away. Damn, man. It's basically, so Perona's basically stocking our ship. And she doesn't know it, but it'll probably be just for us. Like, we're gonna go and take our ship and take all the stuff with us. Now Usopp! He's shooting more. Oh, this is oil. Oh, okay. Makes him slip, yeah. Yeah, do it. Kick him up. If you can't, whatever. I like how they're all working together. Awesome. Woo! Oh my god. Holy shit. That's so strange. There we go, and it's a big hand kinda. She did that in one of the movies. Nice. Oh my god, Franky can just build a staircase. He said super impromptu. Is it gonna be beautiful? It is pretty nice. Frapper. Franky and Chopper, cute. Nice. Using doctor knowledge too. I don't think that'll take him down, but that's a cool combo move. Oh! Holy shit, Sanji! Oh my god. Oh! Snap his Achilles. Oh my god. Oh, this is so satisfying. I like this. That's fun. That's so fun. I don't think Oars is out for the count, but
one down.
Yeah, or multiple someones. I mean, I would just assume Oars just tripped over. Like, that sounds pretty in character. How are we? Yeah, this is his second health bar appearing now. We got past phase 1. I was about to say, like, why would you care? You're fucking off now. Yeah, Perona, you legitimately should leave right now. Like, you've got enough. Panda? Huh? Bible? What? Oh, okay. So, Kuma, right? I recognize him, and I was trying to remember if I recognized him from the, what's it called? Sorry, my brain is throwing 1,000 things at me at once. I'm trying to remember if I recognize him just from seeing him in the One Piece fandom pictures of him or whatever, or if I've actually seen him in this show so far. I feel like we've seen him, and so my initial thought of where I've seen him, and I can't remember if this is the case, my initial thought is he's possibly the other warlord that I forgot, because I remember back when in the episodes there was a time where they introduced a couple warlords at once, and one of them was Don Flamingo and the other was this other character, and I can't remember who the other character was because he didn't do much at the time, because Don Flamingo is the one who like really drew me to him and made me go, oh, this guy is pretty sick, and like I remembered him, but I feel like it's that. Now I'm gonna look up to see who those two warlords were and see if it is him, but I just wanted to tell you guys what my thought process was before looking that up. Oh, yeah, there he is. That's him. He's got the thing, he's got a Bible. Okay, all right. So yes, in episode 151 we have seen him before. I can't remember if we've seen him later in the show than that. That's just the first and only time I remember seeing him. But okay, so he's another warlord. Well, this is interesting then. There's a warlord on this island, or he's come to... What's he doing here? I don't know what he's come to do, but there's 2 warlords here at the same time. Is he gonna help us, or are we gonna have to beat 2 warlords in this arc? Like, that would be pretty crazy if it's like, oh, you thought this was the thing where we'd have to face a warlord? Well, like, my thought is he might, like, Oda might be thinking, okay, well, Moria is, like, kind of, like, less impressive than, say, Hawkeye or Crocodile. Like, he's not quite as menacing, so let's instead bring in a second warlord. So what is menacing is the fact that there are 2 of them. I don't know. But, I mean, he didn't look super happy, but also in this image we see here from 151, he doesn't look like a happy guy in general anyway. I wonder why he carries around a Bible, or something that says Bible. Surely it's not like a traditional Christian Bible, because I doubt they would have traditional Christianity in this world. But, I don't know, maybe. Cool. He looks like a cool character. The idea of there being another warlord here is super fun. I'm very excited about that. I really liked all the Straw Hats working together in this episode. That was a lot of fun. The big Emperor, like, you know, mech suit transformation thing is very funny. Especially because I think the joke is like, I mean, one of the jokes is like, what the fuck? What's the point of that? You know, it's not like having Usopp attached to your arm is going to be that useful. You know, like, I can imagine, okay, using like Franky as a base because he's like a good torso, right? So you can like defend, using Zoro and Sanji, who have the best strength to hold it up, and you know, especially Sanji's legs would be very good for speed, but Zoro also. So like Zoro maybe for balance and strength, and then Sanji for speed. And then having Usopp on one arm so you can like have a ranged weapon. Having Nico Robin on another arm so you can have a different kind of ranged weapon. And then Chopper on the top for the brains, I guess. He can like feed information, he can be a scout. Like, I can see how their individual skills like sort of facilitate that, but all of those skills can be used without them all being attached to one another. So it's just very funny that they would like go for that and try it out. Honestly, like, Nico Robin not wanting to do it makes sense, but I think it makes, like, it would make more sense if Nico Robin wasn't even, like, she doesn't even need to be a part of it, you know? Like, Luffy would actually probably be better on the arm, because Luffy then can, like, be stretched, so then you can have Usopp on one arm to fire things, and then Luffy on the other arm to punch, you know? But regardless, it's a dumb idea. And the idea of... I wrote Franky here. I meant to write Brook. Oops. I wrote milk for Franky. But I meant to write milk for Brook. Because the idea that Brook... I mean, if I read that scene correctly... like, uses milk as medicine because it's got calcium in his bones, and so it's good for him, is great. And I just find that really funny, because Franky uses cola, and I am, like, addicted to Coke, right? I drink a lot of Coke. But also, when I'm not drinking Coke, and if I'm not drinking water, I do drink a lot of water, but if I'm not drinking Coke or water, it's milk. Those are my 3 top drinks in the world. Chocolate milk is my favorite type of milk, but regular old, you know, regular full cream milk is fucking gorgeous. And like, I know not many people just, you know, I wouldn't say not many, but I know some people find just straight drinking milk as an adult to be strange, because I see it like made fun of a lot online, but I don't have any shame about it. Milk's fucking awesome. Milk tastes great. And you don't just need to put milk in things for it to taste great. It's awesome. And chocolate milk is fucking awesome. Like, I don't care if it makes me sound like a toddler. Chocolate milk is the most delicious thing in the world. And so, yeah, I drink it so much. So the fact that 2 Straw Hats have, like, these drinks that they use to refuel themselves, and they're both the 2 drinks that I use... that I drink often, especially while watching One Piece, while doing these videos. If you see me drinking in these videos, it'll either be water, chocolate milk, or or Coke most of the time, you know. So seeing that is very funny to me. Like water being the weakness of a lot of the Straw Hats, and then milk and Coke being the strength of 2 of the Straw Hats. So very nice. Let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 368.
Life is adventurous, beware it's dangerous. Gotta find my way and sail away all the way to One Piece.
Okay. Recap Rubik's. Alright, there's the cube done. I'm not gonna bother with the cube because I'm tired. I can't be bothered. Nice. Is this gonna be something about Kuma? I bet the title is about Kuma. Although maybe it won't be because they didn't even like show him in the recap there. So maybe he won't be in this episode. Nami just destroyed these guys. She's gonna electrocute you guys. This is her ultimate form. This is basically Nami's second gear right here. Maybe I just love women who love treasure. That's what I'm seeing right here. I'm noticing a pattern. I'm glad Nami's at least conscious and doing something now. Going across Franky's nice bridge? Yeah. Yeah, treasure's most important. Is he able? Oh, his horns! I was gonna say, is he like a turtle where he can't get off his back? My god. Oh my god. Nico Robin's the scariest out of all those. Now beat the shit out of him while he's stuck there. It'd actually be kind of cool if this is how they beat him. I wouldn't mind that. Okay, he's back up. But we did a lot of damage to him, that's great.
No.
You don't have to, Robin. Oh no. I know you want to see it. Of course you do. Damn, Nico Robin isn't actually often offended by Sanji's perversions. But I guess normally he's gentlemanly and not perverted to her. That's something. Oh shit! What's your plan? This is the plan? Like you're not using Usopp or Chopper at all. You're just holding them. Nah, you're gonna make him try to slap you guys so he hits himself in the head. Yep. Stop hitting herself. Stop hitting herself. Nami's fine. He's still doing Gum Gum. Yeah, I mean, he's still got the personality, for sure, you can tell. He's dumb as fuck. You can trick him. Uh-huh. Oh! I like how they care so much about the knockdowns, like they're boxing. Yeah, I mean, see if you can kill him before the shadow has to go back. You guys are doing well. You might be able to beat it. Him. I always love when Robin's just amused by the antics of the crew. Oh, yeah. Hell yes! No, I'm keen for this. No, that's the shadow. Yeah, Nami. Are we gonna get Nami versus Perona? I don't know if Nami can win that. I want Nami to stop her, but I don't know how she's gonna do it. Unless you're quick enough before she can even summon ghosts. Too late. Yeah. So true. Oh, right. I forgot Kuma's here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What's gonna happen? Oh, shit. What's gonna happen here? He's a warlord. God, he's big. Tyrant. Wait, but he's holding a Bible. I bet he's like reformed. Is he like a super nice guy? The way he's like glowing. She's so scared. She's had so many scary moments today, facing Usopp and then now this. Small talk? No thanks, Perona. Oh, Perona, don't pick a fight with him. You don't know why he's here. Careful, Perona! Don't get yourself killed, please! Oh? What the? What happened? What happened? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? He just took her out of existence. Don't tell me she's just gone forever. Did he like put her in the book or something? Oh my god. Nami, careful. Yeah, kinda. That's true. Oh shit. Okay, why is that interesting? Where'd he go? Oh, he's pretty cool. I'm kinda liking him a lot. What happened to Perona? Is she dead? Is she safe somewhere else? Yeah. Yeah, come on, man. Of course the silhouette looks like him. Oh my god. Man, that Kuma scene is insane. Oh, I'm so excited to find out what's going on there. Like, this is really interesting. Him being on this island is Like, I love when shows do this so much. When they set up like a something that's already bad, you know, a situation that's already difficult, and then they go, oh, but also it's much more, there's much more happening here than you thought, you know? Like, when they, like, this is clearly set up to be, okay, we can kind of see how the rest of the arc's gonna go. The Straw Hats are gonna beat Oars, and Luffy's gonna beat Moria, and Nami's gonna somehow, like, take care of Perona, and then they have their ship ready and they can just leave. Like, that's kind of how you'd imagine it to go. And this is just, I love when the writer goes, okay, now that you think you've predicted what's going to happen, I'm going to just slip in and like another wild card, something that you're just totally not thinking about and not expecting. And we're going to see what happens with it. And so you just put Kuma on the island, and it does so many things. It helps the story because then it's not as predictable anymore. It keeps you on your toes. It makes the world feel more alive. Like, these characters, when they're in a situation like this, the rest of the world isn't going to stop and wait for them. It's still progressing. So sometimes that shit will happen, and it raises the stakes as well. So it works on so many levels, you know? I really like that. There are examples that I could use, but I kind of don't want to spoil the things of examples from other shows that I want to use. But other shows do it, and I really like when shows do it. So this is really interesting. Kuma seems to have a power that he needs to use. He needs to touch the thing or person or something by the looks of it, because he has to take off his glove to do it. But I don't know what it is. I mean, he was flipping through the book, and then he did that, and then she was gone. She was just absolutely, completely disappeared. I'm really scared that Perona's just gone forever. Like, that might have been her death scene, basically. Really cool, like, scene for, like, that would be a really cool way to show the power and to show that she's gone forever. I do like that, how easy it is for him to just blink someone out of existence. That would be very, very cool. Speaking purely as a Perona simp, I hope that's not the case, just because I wanted to come back. But at the same time, I'm also one of the people who say that I think Oda doesn't like have high enough stakes sometimes, and tends to bring characters back when they die in interesting ways a lot, you know? And I would rather some characters stay dead. So this is the Oda trying to test me. He's like, are you sure that's what you want? Because I could kill one of your favorite characters of all time. But I think it is still what I want. So I'm willing to take the sacrifice of Perona being gone forever. Her just being out of existence forever, in exchange for that being such a cool way to show off his power. Because realistically, she doesn't have much more function in this show. Like, I don't, it's not like I doubt they're gonna redeem her and have her be our friend. They could, and that would be cool too, but I doubt it. Like, I mean, she doesn't seem like a terrible person. She's like, you know, she's villainous, sure, but she's not like really horrifically bad, especially when she's on a crew with Moria and Absalom and Hogback, like these characters that do seem despicable. Like, she seems super mild. She's like, yeah, putting together some plushed animals and stealing shit from people, and like, yeah, like, I mean, I'm sure there's bad things that she's done that I just can't remember off the top of my head, but it's not. I don't remember anything that I was like, oh my god, she's fucking horrible. Like, I don't think we've said anything too bad. It just seems like she's here for the ride. You know, she just kind of does not care about the hot bad things happening around her, which is bad in itself, but it's not as big a crime. I like the idea of Zoro testing out his sword, and the fact that he wants to take down Oars. The way that I would like it to happen, and I don't mind if this isn't the way it happens, but the thing that I think will be cool is if the Straw Hats do end up completely taking down Oars soon. I hope, you know, I don't want it to drag on too much. But if they do take down Oars before Luffy can take down Moria, just because then it's like, it's cool to know that we could do it. If it ends up that like Luffy takes down Moria and then gets his shadow back and Oars disappears, then like I would be thinking in my head, like, the sad thing is, if that wasn't able to happen, if Moria, what am I saying? If we weren't able to get Moria to release the shadows, then we would have been doomed. Now, here's something interesting I just thought. Here's how it could go, because it seems like when you kill the shadow, it returns to its owner, right? Because we killed Ryuma, and he went back to Brook, and that wasn't Moria releasing him. That was because we purified him, right? So here's something interesting that could happen, I think, is Kuma comes along and he just completely gets rid of Moria. Like, just wipes him out, you know? Maybe we have a Moria versus Kuma fight, and then Kuma gets rid of him. And so Moria can't release the shadows anymore. And then I guess Luffy has to come help the Straw Hats with Oars, because he's gonna go wild and not be under Moria's control anymore. Maybe he'll get more of Luffy's personality, and so he'll then be even stronger because he'll have more of the will of Luffy, you know? And then we have to fight a stronger version of Moria Oars, to purify him to get Luffy's shadow back, and then we also have to purify the other zombies. So then I guess we just go around purifying all the zombies. But surely that would work, but also make, like, give us the difficulty of, like, not being able to, you know, make Moria surrender those shadows. I don't know, but it's interesting to think about. And the whole Robin not wanting to be a part of their docking thing is funny, but also interesting from a character perspective. This is like the most she has been like unwilling to do shit with the crew, you know? Like, other than Water 7, her not wanting to be part of the crew anymore to save them and stuff. Other than that, like, I'm talking about in casual circumstances, she tends to go along with what's going on, you know? She laughs at it or whatever. But this is like, she drew a hard line here, and I mean, understandably so. It is not only like a really stupid thing and has no real strategic advantage, but also it, like, I mean, frankly, she would be getting groped by Franky. Not that Franky's doing it because of that. I don't think he cares about that at all. But, like, it would still be uncomfortable for her, I imagine. And also Sanji would be getting, like, pleasure from watching that. Which, you know, I imagine would just make Robin uncomfortable. And also, as she said, it hurts her pride. Like, it's so stupid. It's such a stupid idea. But it feels like the first time that she's just gone to the Straw Hats and been like, no, that's stupid, and no. And then also, the first time that she's seemingly been angry at Sanji for, you know, doing Sanji things. It tends to be like she goes like, Robin Chuan, blah 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 blah. I want to do this with you, or like, can we really do this, or whatever. And if it's a creepy-ish comment, then she tends to ignore it, or maybe giggle at it. And if it's a request of like, do you want blank? She goes, yeah, sure. Like, do you want like this tea or this creme brulee that I whipped up or whatever? She'll go, sure, yeah. And she'll ignore all of the ladies man-ishness of it. But specifically, this time, she was like, dude, take a step back. Like this was the first time that she seemed not into it at all, which I think is fun. I think that like I feel like I want Sanji to be punished more for that sort of behavior. And so if she actually is telling him to stop at this point, I mean, I also have praised the show in the past because I think it's cool that Nami and Robin are so unfazed by it a lot of the time, especially when he's being relatively harmless. Because it's like, we see all the time classic like anime being like, oh, you perv, stop it, you know? And it's like, we see it all the time. So like in this show, the fact that they just like straight up ignore it, that is something good, and I do like that. But I also think like it's fun sometimes her holding him accountable, or when he goes too far, like reeling him back in. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next and final episode we're doing in this video. Man, it's flying. This video is flying by. Episode 369. Let's do it.
Life is adventurous. Be aware it's dangerous. Who's gonna be one of us? And the trip goes on because.
Okay, recap Rubik's. Wait. Did he send her on a trip? Is that why he asked her that question? Or like did put her in the book, but put her in the book where she wanted to go? That's recap Rubik's 1 done. Ah, damn, okay. Well, I got one side and a little bit the rest of it. I think you were just following his shadow, not that he swapped out with it. Can't grab onto it. You'll burn to death. Yep. Mm-hmm. You gotta do it quickly. Alright. Come on, I hope this is like, I hope you're like Levi here from Attack on Titan. Just like slice up his arm, take him down like the Beast Titan. Have to adjust to it. Oh! Cool. Oh! Nice. Cool. It's so cool looking. So much respect. Oh, here we go. Cut his ankle. Oh yeah, just knocked him off balance. It's amazing that his skin seems that tough. Oh no. This really does feel like Attack on Titan right now. Nice! Oh, he dodged it? Right, it keeps looking like it hits him. Like, it looks like his head is snapping back from the hit. Yeah? That's alright, that's a good thing to fight for. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's true. That's so true. He can fight. Yeah. Really? 30 minutes? Yeah, what? What? Pre-dawn sky? Oh. Okay. So now you will actually die at sunrise. Oh. Okay, he's not bothered. Oh. Yeah, Kuma's here. Oh, he does the government's bidding. Okay. Kuma's a little bigger than Moria. That's crazy. Okay, it is to do with his powers. Oh, yeah. Who? Luffy? Marshall D. Teach. Ah. Throw it out of balance? Of course. Very dangerous, the government. Oh! That's interesting. But he doesn't want it. Well, I would say they're experienced at this point because of beating Crocodile. Yeah, that's so interesting. Okay, the report's the main thing. Yeah. What? They can see Moria? Well, Usopp's got better eyes. What? He's in Oars? He's using Oars like a mech suit? What the fuck? Hell yeah. Luffy's fine. Yeah. Oars bomber. Oh. Oh, this is cool. This is a cool development. That's what I've been thinking this whole time. Let's get a whole lot of salt. Is he gonna get the salted fish? Oh no. Well, Brook was already in the kitchen, right? Oh. Yeah, that's a problem. I didn't even think about that, but yeah. Brook with salt! Yes! Ah, oh, great. Awesome. What a great episode that was. There was a lot of reasons that was a great episode. This is some cool development, honestly. Like, it's so cool. I really like this. This is elevating Thriller Bark a lot because the stakes are not just, in my mind, they're not just will the Straw Hats get their shadows back, you know? like now we also have the stakes of the government, and like the outcome of this battle will affect the government and then affect this entire show going forward, I think. So, but let's get to that in a second. Firstly, I really liked the point that they made in early on, like where Zoro's like, look, I trust Luffy. I think Luffy, you know, I think Luffy can beat Moria. But the problem is, Moria, Perona, like these characters, Absalom, they're all deceptive power users. Like they've got their powers, but they use them to trick people and shit. And we all know Luffy is easily tricked. So Luffy can win the battle. This is what Zoro thinks, I think. Luffy can win the battle, but he may not be able to battle him in time before morning comes. And if morning comes, then Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are all out of the fight. So, and you know, now possibly dead if that does happen. So yeah, like that was just a smart thing to bring up, where it's like, if we beat Oars now, at the very least that means that Luffy will still be like kicking if he needs it. Like he gets more time basically. So I think that's smart, and I like that he did that. I like that Zoro thinks about this stuff and he understands Luffy very well, because it's just satisfying. But yeah, they're out of the Florian Triangle. They said that Kuma is the one that does, the only warlord who does the government's bidding, which I find to be very interesting, because we know the warlords like technically have a, you know, truce with the government, technically do things the government asks occasionally, but it has been very clear as like throughout the show that the warlords, they're not like, then they don't work for the government necessarily. There's just a general understanding of, we won't fuck with you, you won't fuck with us. It is basically kind of just a truce. But occasionally, you know, they will get the warlords to do certain things and stuff. But man, the idea of Kuma like coming here and saying, frankly, the government are scared that the Straw Hats are gonna come here and beat another warlord, because what's that gonna say about the warlords? What's that gonna say about Luffy, and how dangerous is he gonna be then if he takes down two warlords and like Enies Lobby, like then the government have to be fucking frightened, you know? And so that's making me so curious about after this saga, after this arc. I can't wait to see what happens next in the next arc, because theoretically we beat Moria here. And if we beat Moria, the government, who are keeping their close eye on us, finds out, well, Moria and Crocodile were both taken down. We've lost two warlords in a very short amount of time. We're only just replacing one of the warlords, and the other one is taken down. Also, the other one who we're trying to get in is a warlord, Blackbeard, is kind of fighting toe-to-toe with Ace, which is Luffy's brother. So, like, Luffy is in a lot of parts of this equation. Plus, I mean, if they know about Garp and Dragon, like, Luffy's family clearly is fucking crazy. Like, just absolutely insane. So yeah, I just find that so interesting. Like, it makes it feel, as I said before, it makes the world feel lived in. The fact that the government, they're not just cutting their losses. In the background, they're still working at shit. And so, like, while we're so hyper-focused on, like, what the Straw Hats are doing, where they're going, how their adventure continues, the government are behind the scenes freaking out and trying to figure out how to, like, do something about Luffy, or if they have to do something about Luffy yet. It seems like they're still sort of biding their time. They're not sending their full forces after the Straw Hats. They're keeping an eye on them to see what it's gonna be like, you know? Because I think it's possible, it is possible they don't wanna, you know, like, fuck with shit if the Straw Hats just end up, you know, losing on their journey anyway, and it's fine. And also the Straw Hats aren't doing the most egregious of crimes. Except for the declaring war on the government and breaking out people from Eni's lobby. But other than that, they're not doing the, like, you know, they're not seeking out those crimes. That was specifically because Nico Robin was captured that they did all of that. So it's like, if we kind of leave them be, maybe it'll all be fine. Maybe they won't fuck with things. And maybe that problem will just solve itself. But they're still keeping an eye on them, and I think if they beat Moria here, the government possibly will go in full force against the Straw Hats. I don't know, but it's really fucking interesting to think about, and just like really cool that they know how powerful Luffy is and the Straw Hats are now, and so they're sort of almost expecting him to win against Moria, which I think is very funny as well. And also the idea that, like, I don't know if this is in the government's plans at all, but would they consider having Luffy be a warlord? I don't think Luffy would accept, but like, why not? You know, like, if you've got these warlords and Luffy takes out several of them, wouldn't it be a thing where you just, it's sort of like the Phantom Troop in Hunter x Hunter, where it's like, oh, you beat one of our members? Well, guess what? You can be a member now because you beat them, and there's no hard feelings. Even though there are hard feelings, but but it's part of the rules. We're not supposed to have hard feelings about this. So maybe that would happen with the warlords. Maybe the government eventually will be like, look, Luffy, how about this? You keep killing our warlords. How about you don't do that and you become a warlord? Or, here's the thing, like, this might be really late in the series if this ever happens. Is it gonna get to the point where Luffy is actually sort of Luffy and the Straw Hats are single-handedly taking down so many warlords and stopping so much horrible piracy around the world, just sort of incidentally as they move through? They're not really seeking out pirates to defeat, but they're just incidentally taking out a lot of the horribleness of piracy around the world. And it maybe at some point, I doubt if this ever happened, and I don't know if it will happen, this is just a fun little theory, but if it ever happened, I think it would be towards the end of the series or the very end of the series. But maybe at some point the government also, once they've got some of their more corrupt people out of power, will go, well, Luffy, like, we're teaming up with these warlords because we think it's better to team up with them than whatever. Instead of doing that, why not just team up with one pirate, and that's Luffy, or one pirate crew, the Straw Hats, and like have them be the ambassador instead of having these warlords. Have them be the ambassador, and they can, like, once they're happy and free and they've got all the stuff that they want, we will just fully support them because they're going around doing the right thing. Like, they're not, as long as we don't fuck with them, they're actually helping the world. They're helping the piracy world and cleaning it up. And they're also a better example for other pirates to follow. So maybe eventually the government will just endorse the Straw Hats because they're like, fuck it, like, if they're I wouldn't say this if they weren't already endorsing the warlords, but clearly endorsing pirates is something that they can do. So I think eventually they just scrap the warlords and they just go, fuck it, Straw Hats, we're all behind you, find the One Piece. I don't know. But yeah, now Moria is in Oars like a mech, which makes this final part of the battle, like, that's a fun development. That's just, it's goofy, it's silly, but it's also fun. And as they said, like, they were like, shit, the weakness that we had on Oars was that he was a dumbass, but now Moria is giving him the tactics. And so Moria is using his own diabolical schemeness with Oars' strength. Like, that's actually like a really strong final form, So yeah, anyway, that's One Piece, man. I wish I could watch more right now. I can't, but I wish I could. Thank you for watching. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account, which is in the description below, for full-length reactions, early access and exclusive videos. You can get the next 12 to 16 episodes of One Piece on my Patreon account right now in full-length version. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.